Some of you actually asked for this in the comment section, so I'm going to give you the 411 on my own junk here, the 68 Chevelle. Alright, so 1968 was a full rebody for the Malibu Chevelle line. It incorporated the fastback design with the long hood and the short deck. There was a lot of firsts, a lot of changes, a lot of differences. Some things that were very unique to the 1968 Chevelle. It would be the very last time you would see vent windows and the very first time you would see side marker lights, as it became law in 1968. You see them on the front of the car there. However, on the back of the car, the rear taillights did, they had some side reflective value, so you didn't see side markers on a Chevelle until 1969. So a lot of changes. 115-inch wheelbase in 1967 to 112-inch wheelbase in 1968. There were several engine combinations available in 1968. The Malibu line, 230 6-cylinder, the 250, the 307, 327, and the 396. The big dog being the L78 396 with 375 horse. The back of these coves on the SS models was actually blacked out, as you can see there, and the front grills were also blacked out. First time you would ever see hideaway wipers. And this particular hood, this power bulge hood, or often referred to as the big block hood, incorporated some vents. However, those were functional, but they didn't offer air into the engine compartment. Rather, it was for the passenger compartment. So there was 14 different models, 15 different colors to choose from. And now that we got some of that trivia out of the way, I can share with you guys exactly what this car is all about. So this is actually a tribute or a clone. It is not one of the 60,000 numbers matching SS396 cars. This is a 13637 car as signified by the VIN. And so that makes this a Malibu Sport Coupe when it was born. It came with a 307 2-speed power glide, and today it has a 454 HO. This is a GM crate engine. Now a lot of people are confused by that when they see the 396 badging on the car and they see that 454 big block in there. So now, to be honest, when I made the decision to actually clone this car or make it into a tribute, there was a lot of 396s available to me. However, they all needed extensive machining, and that would have been a months-long process. Or I could just phone up my GM dealership and have this crate engine delivered to my door within, 5 days type of thing. So this engine, as I mentioned, is a 454 HO GM crate engine. It comes with a fully forged rotating assembly. It's a 4-bolt main, roller cam, rectangular port heads. It has a 750 Holley carburetor, HEI ignition, brand new HEI on there. It's power brakes, power steering, power drum brakes, by the way. Disc brakes were an option in 1968. This one has power drum. And it has buckets console, straddle buckets. Now headrests were mandatory in 1969, so they were an option in 68. So these are straddle buckets, black interior, buckets console, tilt column. The SS's had a fully gauged dash, as you can see here. This one actually has the factory tachometer. Those were very hard to read back in the day, and the gauges don't offer any numbers on them, so I do have odometer gauging in here. Yeah, so my vision for this car right from the start has always been a day 2 clone, hence the weld racing wheels and all the little chrome bits under the hood. So this is not, I don't feel bad about this at all. I'm not, changing an actual 136. This is a 136 car. It's just a Malibu Sport Coupe. I make it my own deal. So one thing that often gets a lot of attention as well is this vacuum canister. So the previous engine in here was a 383 stroker with a really radical camshaft, and I left that in there. It's not necessary, but it gets a lot of attention, and people are always asking, what the heck's that thing? And anyway, I left it in there as more of a conversation piece. It's not really necessary on this particular engine, but yeah, this big block does have all the things I was really looking for, and for me personally, bigger is always better. If I could afford it to put a 632, you know, GM crate engine in here, I would have done that, but you know, the budget didn't allow. So we ended up with a 454 HO. This makes 438 horse and 500 foot-pounds, and that comes on pretty early, like 2800 RPM. This thing is at, you know, its peak torque. So big blocks are a lot of fun. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd share that with you. A little bit of Chevelle trivia and what this car is all about. And some of you asked for this in the comment section. I was quite surprised by that. So maybe we can fire it up for you. I'll let you hear it. I haven't started this thing for a week, so. Now this thing's technically in winter storage now. Oil pressure's coming up there. So that's a 3-inch exhaust system on here. It's a Flowmaster Super 40 American Thunder kit. And those are long tube hooker headers, 2-inch primaries. As I mentioned, 750 Holley. Pretty basic setup. Roller cam. There you go. There's the skinny on my 68 Chevelle, guys. Appreciate you watching. Thanks, and we'll see you again.